Hello. I'm gonna
Hello.
do the David Frost. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Anybody who remembers David Frost. Hi, how you doing? This is the Four Corners Festival on our final night and the final night of prayer. What is it, Kieran? Is this night 8?
It must be 8, yeah, because
It
it's
must be at least 8, if not
a
80.
week in one. Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness. Yes, we've done 8. This is our 8th and final night of the festival. We get actually to be the final breath tonight of the 2020 Four Corners Festival. And might I say that you're all very, very welcome. Whether you are watching us here in the Zoom room live or whether you watch back at some other stage on our YouTube channel. So for a last time, let me introduce myself. I am Jim Deeds. I'm a member, very proud to be a member of the Four Corners Committee. And I am not leading prayer on my own, thank God, this week. And I will hand over now for my co-presenter to tell you who she is.
I'm Kiran Wimberly, and I'm a Presbyterian minister, spiritual director living in Ballycastle. And I know a lot of you in this room, and it's been a joy to be a part of this week, although I haven't been able to be in Belfast that much, a few events here and there, but to be a part of it in this way has been so enriching and rewarding. So thank you. And Jim, yes, can you tell us a bit about today's events? It was a full day, lots happening. And
absolutely. Wow. Okay. This is our fourth event of the day. We go out in style in the Four Corners Festival. So our first event this morning was our morning service from Fitzroy Presbyterian Church down there near Queen's University, which was a very uplifting service. Just an amazing service. We had Paul Lutton, the Reverend Paul Lutton, isn't he? He's a minister, isn't he?
I think he's almost a minister. Yeah, he's in training.
He's on that way. My goodness, he's been well trained. He's a very talented man. He preached a wonderful sermon that I could quote all day, every day. It was amazing. But one thing he drew us to was that we kind of can't get into a poverty of dreaming. We can't just stop dreaming. We need an abundance of dreaming. It was one thing that stuck out for me from the service. Another thing that stuck out from the service was the wonderful music. Kieran and the McGraths, isn't that the family?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, guys, if you can, listen back on BBC Sounds, it's probably on there. And listen back even just for the music, it will do your soul good. So thank you so much, Kieran, for that.
Thank you.
We then moved on. Our next event in the day was called Service with the Services. I'm reading it from our website, where we had young people around the age of 16 from 4 youth centres, one from each corner, north, south, east and west in our city, who moved to an opposite corner, along with a member of some of our emergency and statutory services. So that would be ambulance, fire, police and council. So some of the services went with them to another part of the city for young people to experience another corner of the city and to do a work of service. I heard about people doing a little bit of gardening and painting and covering over graffiti and litter picking. It was just a wonderful event. They then came and finished that event in our homelessness exhibition space at Art Cetera in Rosemary Street, which was due to close today, but has actually been extended now for the next 3 or 4 days. So if you didn't get to Belfast to see our exhibition on homelessness, then you can still go certainly up until at least Wednesday in the Art Cetera studio in Rosemary Street. So that's 2 down, 2 to go. We had our evening event in St. John's this evening called The City Where Dreams Become a Reality. And we had the wonderful Inderjit Bogle, who spoke to us and challenged us to dream and to think about Belfast as a city of welcome and sanctuary for all. It's a really wonderful event. Again, you can go to our website, our YouTube channel and watch back on that. And there were lots of other things happened during that event this evening. It was a full and wonderful event. And for many, that would have been the close of the festival, but now we are, thank God, the 4th event of the day. As we gather together, your feedback is valuable. So, if you want to give us a little bit of feedback, you can check in the chat there. If you can give us some feedback, you can find out how to do it in our chat. But let's draw a breath. Let's bring ourselves to this our final night of the festival, dreams, visions for our city, our town, our village, our family, ourselves. It's our theme for the week. So we settle ourselves down now to end our day in prayer. I live in the parish of St. Teresa of Avila, here on the Glen Road in the western corner of the city. And St. Teresa of Avila said that prayer is nothing more than being on friendship terms with God. So we gather in the presence of God, our friend, as we share the joys and the worries of the day with God. So we take a moment to gather. We're going to start our prayer really where we started last week with Kiran and I. We sang together all those days ago, Kiran, over in the Skenos Centre. And so we'll hear Spirit of the Living God. So we gather ourselves to become aware for a moment what it is we're bringing to our prayer tonight. Our dreams, our hopes, our worries, our concerns. We just bring all of that, knowing that God is big enough to hold it all and to hold all of us with it. We take a deep breath as we gather to listen to Kiran lead us in our reflection.
Watching the video of that song makes me really realize what a journey this week has been. And that was going to be the theme of what I wanted to explore just now. The theme of this, or sorry, the journey of this week, how we have all journeyed together, even in this little group here on online at 10 o'clock in the evening. And then those of you who have been able to be present at all the different events, the journey, and many journeys within journeys, even literal walking journeys, and a lot happening in that week. 1 week or 8 days just packed full of so much. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to take a moment to scan back over that time and just to see what were the fruits of that. What were the fruits of that time? What stands out to you as you scan back over this time? And what will you take away? And I'm sure you'll still process many of the things that you've heard. There's going to be plenty of time to unpack and explore some of the themes and ideas that have come up this week. But just for now, I want to take a moment to scan back over the week and see what rises to the surface for us all. So if you could sit back in that comfortable place you were in and recall the days as they unfolded. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you're anything like me, you're having a hard time remembering what happened on each day, and it doesn't matter. As we scan back over the events that happened at different times, just notice what stays with you, what remains with you is particularly meaningful or significant, memorable, moving, beautiful, hopeful. Who did you meet this week? Who did you walk alongside, even just for a little while? Whose presence accompanied you? Where did you see Christ in a stranger? Where did you experience welcome or offer welcome to another person? And was there any point where your dream for the future of Belfast and for this world became just a little bit brighter? a little bit richer, a little bit more vibrant. Let me just take a moment of pure gratefulness for the gifts of this week. For the ways that we have been changed by this, and for the hope it has given us for what lies ahead. Now close in a prayer. This is written by my husband, Alex, in a book called God of the Fallen Grain, which is a collection of prayers that he wrote during the pandemic, a very different kind of journey that we were all on. And these words still ring true today. God of pilgrims who share this journey, God of travelers upon this road, this path changes us. The conversations we have and the views we've gained, the hurt we've endured, the muscles we've trained, they bring us to a new place and to a newer sense of us. As we unpack the things we've carried and recount the things we've lost, may we marvel again at the journey itself, the gift of walking with others along a path that takes us into and beyond ourselves. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Oh, as always, Karen, thank you so much. Thank you so much for beginning a process of processing. There's a lot has happened this week in life, in the festival, in our night prayer, and to remind us of the importance of allowing ourselves to process it and to begin our statement. Thank you so much. At this point, I would like to ask Ruth, could you also spotlight Father Martin McGill? Martin's going to join us. Martin wants to share a few words with us before we finish.
It's really to say a huge words of thanks to you, Kiran and Jim, for the gift that you have given us each evening. Kiran, you have been incredibly generous with your time and your effort and all that you put into this, and it's been such a blessing to finish in this way. You blessed us with the wonderful music, Celtic Psalms, the McGrath family last Sunday evening. And what a joy it was to listen to you on radio this morning. But what a joy it is to finish here listening, helping us process the week, helping us process the day. And you and Jim do this so beautifully together. You have been such a team. What a blessing to us. And Jim, thank you for all the wisdom that you have shared in the course of the last week. Jim gives off to me for complimenting him as a wise man. I think I recognize more wisdom in Jim than he does in himself, but he has been such a gift of wisdom and support to us. So I suppose the final thing I want to say to the two of you is I can't think of a nicer way that brings, if I can manage this without a tear, that brings the Four Corners Festival 2023 to an end, is when the two of you say to us all, good night and God bless. But just before you do that, Ruth, can you spotlight yourself? Because I want to say something to you as well.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get it set up here.
Oh, I thought, Jim, I was going to have to get you to do that.
That's
no, I
okay.
can't even see how I do it for myself. Sorry.
We've got time.
That's a shame.
Well, you can turn your camera on and we can see you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Hello.
There you are. Ruth, what a joy. What a joy it has been working with you. Now, Ruth, I'm going to give you a little problem, which is your marketing says ruthless media. I think you should change that to Ruth More Media, because the whole sense of working with you, the joy that it actually has been. So the opportunity to say to you, I mean, we've all asked you during this festival, can you do this, that, and the other? We've got attitudes like, no problem at all, and it's done. And you know, there've been various phone calls. So saying thanks to you, and please pass that thanks on to the wider tech team, the streaming guys, the PR team, Excalibur Press, Tina and her team, and Aaron and all this team. But it's been such a joy. But yeah, I don't really think it's ruthless media. It's Ruth More Media after. So thank you. And I'm going to hand back to Kiran and Jim.
Thank you,
Gordon,
Martin.
thank you so much for those words. They're very encouraging. So thank you so much. So folks, we're going to do as we do every night. First of all, we will say good night to those of you watching on YouTube. And in a moment, Ruth Moore from Ruth Moore Media will Ruth will press stop, but those of you in the Zoom room, please hang on and we'll say good night and God bless to everyone. So friends, those of you watching on the YouTube channel, good night and God bless.
Good night and God bless.